Hello, viewers and subscribers. Welcome to Blackford's Art of Learning. During today's lesson, we will be focusing on part 2 of our lesson on evaluating arguments. Let me go ahead and share my screen. So welcome to middle school, and we will be following our learning pathway. Today's quote is, "Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today." We'll be continuing with our same standard from part 1 lesson on evaluating arguments. Here is an anchor chart that we'll use for today's lesson. I want you to pause the video and take a minute to review the different parts of a powerful argument. We know we have a claim, and that's the statement the writer is trying to prove is true. Argument, a statement supporting the claim by giving your reasons. Evidence, proof and facts from sources. Explanation, explain what the evidence proves. What does the evidence and explanation show about the claim? And then we also will be learning about counterclaim and rebuttal, and you'll learn more about the rebuttal once we start our debate, where you have to rebut the opposing team's claim. So you're going to be telling a reason why the counterclaim is not as strong as the claim. All right, we're going to be watching a video to learn more about claims, evidence, and reasoning.
Today, we're talking about claims, evidence, and reasoning. Your teacher has asked you to write a claim and to include your evidence and reasoning for that claim. But where do you start? First, let's talk about what a claim is and what it is not. A claim is a statement that is arguable and can be proven by evidence. It is not just a personal opinion. Writing a claim doesn't have to be difficult. It's your answer to a question that is asked along with your evidence and reasoning. For example, if a friend asked you this question, "Should my little brother get a cell phone?" you might answer, "Cell phones can be unhealthy for kids." Remember not to start your claim with "I believe" or "I think." Awesome. That's a great arguable claim, but what evidence do you have to support it? You can make any claim you want, but if you can't back it up with evidence, nobody will take you or your argument seriously. Evidence is reliable information that supports or backs up your claim. It is very important to cite the sources you use so others won't think you just made it up, and it can be verified as a reliable source. Here's some information to use as evidence to support your claim. According to research published in the Journal of Behavior Addiction, overuse of the smartphone is associated with various mental health concerns such as anxiety, depression, stress, and low self-esteem. Cited Panova and Carbonell, 2018. Notice that we told or cited where we found that evidence. Now that you have evidence to back up your claim, you need to connect the two with reasoning. Tell how or why the evidence you have given supports your claim. Here's an example. Kids are on their smartphones all the time, and that can lead to health problems. Great, let's put it all together now. Cell phones can be unhealthy for kids. According to research published in the Journal of Behavior Addiction, overuse of the smartphone is associated with various mental health concerns such as anxiety, depression, stress, and low self-esteem. Cited Panova and Carbonell, 2018. Kids are on their smartphones all the time, and the evidence proves that it can lead to health problems. Now that you know what it takes to write a strong claim, it's your turn to give it a try. Good luck!
Okay, boys and girls, now that you have listened to the video, I would like for you to share what you have learned. So pause the video and we will share out what we have learned from the video. Let us continue with our lesson. Now we're going to do a Kahoot game to review evaluating arguments and to review some of the things we covered in our part 1 lesson. So you're going to click on the picture and then wait for the code to generate and enter your name so you can participate in the game. All right, go ahead and enter your code. Okay, Jane has entered and we're gonna pretend that everyone has joined the game. So all you're going to do is read the questions and choose the correct answer. So once you see the check mark, you know you got it correct. Correct. Correct again. Yeah. So we are on question 20. All right, so that's the end of the Kahoots. And then here is the leadership board. Since we technically only had one student, that student is in first place. So thank you for participating in the game. And we're going to continue our lesson. All right, let's learn more about it. And we're going to read this paragraph and answer 3 questions. The first one, what is the author's claim? Second one, what is the author's evidence? What proof do they use? And the third question, what is the author's reasoning? How do they justify their claim? So you can pause the video while you work on your student slide. Playing video games can be addictive. According to an article on Buzzle.com, people can play for hours and not realize that hours have passed by. This can cause students to neglect their homework, their chores, and their family. Using all of their time after school to play video games can result in low grades, kids being grounded, and kids not having a good relationship with their parents. So now, what is the author's claim? Yes, if you said playing video games can be addictive, that is the author's claim. So let's color it green, and we're going to drag the claim. Okay, what is the author's evidence to support the claim? The author uses this evidence. According to an article on Buzzer.com, people can play for hours and not realize that hours have passed. So that is the evidence. And what is the author's reasoning? How do they justify their claim? The author said this can cause students to neglect their homework, their chores, and their family. This can result in low grades, kids being grounded, and kids not having a good relationship with their parents. Right, so go ahead and make sure you check your responses. All right, let's continue with our lesson. All right, we're going to use a picker wheel to choose someone to read for us in our text, in today's text on evaluating argument. And that person is, hey, Gary. All right. So these are 3 key vocabulary that we need to know in order to understand our story. So the first one, avidly, which means with great interest or enthusiasm, undoubtedly, without doubt, substantial, large in size, value, or importance. So on your student slide, we're going to be doing the story from Print is Dead. And if you're using your iReady textbook, it's on page 192 to 193. All right. So the person who was selected will be reading. It says, read the excerpt below from the introduction to the book, Print is Dead, Books in Our Digital Age. Use the study buddy and the close reading to guide your reading. Print can possibly be dead. Print can't possibly be dead. It's everywhere. Yes, guys, if you look around you, when you travel on the roads, you see print everywhere. You see road signs, you see billboards. So you always see something that you can read. After all, books and newspapers exist in abundance, and people read them avidly each day. Remember, the word avidly means with great interest or enthusiasm. So they read them with great interest. Mounds of printed material sit in stacks upon stacks in stores, offices, and homes across the country and the world. You rarely see someone taking a form of mass transportation, bus, commuter train, etc., who isn't clutching some sort of reading material. The same goes for the hundreds of thousands who travel each day by plane, flying for either business or pleasure. Most airports have a bookstore or a newsstand, if not both. And then there are the millions of newspapers that are delivered every morning to doorsteps all over the world, folded in thirds like a wallet of information, just waiting to be opened. Whole rooms of houses and apartments are lined with books, and some homes even have their own libraries, stacked floor to ceiling with row after row of hardback and paperbacks. Furniture and office supply stores feature a dizzying array of bookshelves, while corner kiosks in large cities are like ice cream trucks for printed material, selling glossy magazines and black and white newspapers. So with all of this ink on paper floating around, print can't be dead, can it? While print is not yet dead, it is undoubtedly sickening. Newspaper readership has been in decline for years. Magazines are also in trouble. And trade publishing, the selling of novels and nonfiction books to adults, primarily for entertainment, has not seen any substantial growth for years. More and more people are turning away from traditional methods of reading, turning instead to their computers and the internet for information and entertainment. So let us highlight this part. More and more people are turning away from traditional methods of reading, turning instead to their computers and internet for information and entertainment. Whether this comes in the form of getting news online, reading a blog, or contributing to a wiki, the general population is shifting away from print consumption, heading instead to increasingly digital lives. So, what is the author's claim? What important things stood out to you? Well, this part stood out to me where it says more and more people are turning away from traditional methods of reading, turning instead to their computers and the internet for information and entertainment. Okay, so this text was basically talking about print and how it is seen everywhere. So they're saying print cannot be dead because everywhere we travel, on the plane, on the trains, we can see print around us. We can see people traveling with books, magazines, just something that they can read while they traverse. All right, so let's skip. And we are going to pretend that we use the picker wheel to choose someone else to read. And I want you to use the hints on this page to help you to answer the questions. And the first question, which of the following statements best explains the author's claim? What is the author trying to tell us in this text? Okay, let us use a process of elimination to select the correct answer. A, print is effectively dead as a form of communication. Is that what the author is telling us? No. So A is incorrect. Let's cross this one out. A is incorrect. Even though the title is Print is Dead, the author does not claim it is dead because he's saying it is always around us. Let us look at choice B. Despite predictions of its disappearance, print is widespread. Is this correct? B is also incorrect because it does not state a claim. This is not a claim. Let's look at option C. Print has not come to an end, but it is dwindling quickly. What do you think about that one? Yes, so we agreed, the author had mentioned that print has not come to an end. It is not dead, it is still around us. But in the end of the text, it spoke about how technology has been taking over from this printed material. So it's dwindling quickly. Let us leave this option and go to option D. Choice D is, let's look at choice D. Newspaper sales are shrinking, but books remain popular. So this is also incorrect because the article states newspaper and book sales are declining. So books are also declining. So this part is not correct. It said books remain popular, but in the text, it also said it was declining. So C is our correct answer. Print has not come to an end, but it is dwindling quickly. Let's look at number 2. Which of the following statements is evidence supporting the author's reasoning that people are turning away from traditional methods of reading? A, furniture and office supply stores feature a dizzying array of bookshelves. Is this correct? So this is incorrect. A is incorrect. And the reason why this is incorrect is that this idea supports the fact that print is still popular. So this contradicts the reasoning in the question right here. Remember, it says people are turning away from traditional methods of reading. But this contradicts this statement. So let's look at B. Newspaper readership has been in decline for years. Does this support the fact that people are turning away from traditional methods of reading? Yes, that supports it, but let's see if there's any other answer. Let's leave that one and continue. C, corner kiosks in large cities are like ice cream trucks for printed materials. Is this correct? So C is also incorrect because this one also supports the idea that print is popular. So this one also contradicts this statement. D, some homes even have their own libraries. Is this correct? No. This one also contradicts the statement, and the most suitable answer is B. People are turning away from traditional methods of reading, so that's why newspaper readership has been in decline for years. So this supports that statement. So let's do our written response. It says, evaluate the author's argument about the state of printing, about the state of print publishing. Explain whether the author backs up his claim with sound evidence or sound reasoning and relative evidence. Use at least two details from the text in your response. So, did the author use sound reasoning and relevant evidence to support his argument? So in the author's first claim, he states that print products are everywhere. He backs up his claim by giving examples of the abundance of print products in our lives. He later states that while print is alive, it is sickening. This claim is supported with evidence that includes a noted decline in newspaper and magazine sales. Then he claims that this decline is due to a shift in people's reading habits from print to increasingly digital lives. Yet the author provides no facts to back up this claim. So let us type our response. Okay. I hope you have recorded your response. Thank you for all your hard work. And now it's time for us to do small groups, and you'll be working on why you should be running that text. You'll have reader tips to go through, and then you complete why you should be running. I'll be giving you a printed copy, or you can work on this Classkick slide. In your groups, you will use this cooperative learning strategy or this cooperative learning activity to interact with your group members. And I'll be working with a group at my table. Please remember the rules of the small group. No one should interrupt me while I'm with my group, and you work quietly in your group. Okay, that's the end of this video. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Again, everyone, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please be on the lookout for other videos. Thank you.